Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Vikings. We find ourselves on the Isle of Orkneyar. After a short battle and a little bit of food, we've bought the loyalty of the people here. Meanwhile, we're still starving and we do have injuries. But hopefully we can deal with that soon. But we're going to have to sail back here so that we can actually get out and do some camping. So 2 more days. Just starve a little longer, people. We've got 263 rations and they're like, can I eat, please? During rough winds, the ship banks unexpectedly. A desperate, piercing shout cuts through the air. Man overboard! Kettle's fallen overboard, and the distance to him is increasing fast. Turn the ship around or we've no time to leave him. We're not going to leave him behind. Turn the ship around. You hurry to hoist the sails and pull out the oars. The Drekkie is not the fastest ship, and it strains through the sharp turn. It takes a while to reach Kettle, but you finally manage to pull him back on board. Gunnar quickly throws a blanket over Kettle. Through chattering teeth, Kettle thanks you profusely. It took you long enough, but thank you. Yeah, we're not going to leave you behind. So he has gained a light head infection. And Nephew, of course, still has the severe puncture to her arm. Awesome. Well, we're not actually going to stay here. We're going to immediately leave and then find a place to camp. So it doesn't really matter who we take. At least I hope. However, I think we will skip out on the people that we know are injured. Just in case. I suppose we could just pop in on the king. See if anything is going on. We can also report on the 3 quests that we finished. There were 3 bounties. 5 bounties. We finished 3 of them. So we can report on those while we're here. Stop by the king, see if anything's going on. And maybe even stop by the bishop. Because one of the people we talked to on Orkneyar said that they'd heard about us from the bishop. So it's possible something might have be going on there, but I doubt it. No harm in swinging by, though.
This city smells all wrong. We're so far from home.
Smells wrong. It's fine. Yeah, and I'm sure everything's still lying around is stealing. Yeah, okay. So let's see. If we go to the king. Yeah. Let's go to see the king here. Or we can swing by Sika first and report on the 3 quests that we finished. Whenever we arrive. Alright, we're coming along. You're back. I'm here to claim a bounty. Is that so? Which one might that be? The killer has been dealt with. You brought him in alive. Well done. Here's your 98 pence as promised. Nobles have pacified and the guardsman's family have found some peace of justice. Also, I got the tax collector. He will see his days before the court soon enough. Had he not fled, the sentence would have been lenient. Now, I doubt it. 5 pence will bring him in alive, and the pagan won't be a problem. The threat of his sorceries seems to have diminished. The monks debate how best to deal with him. As for you, your reward. Alright. Thank you. So that's 3 bounties down. Anything new? Oh, we can't even talk to you. Huh. Okay. thought we'd be able to talk to him at least, and he might just have, you know, small dialogue of I'm busy, or, you know, what do you want to talk about, and then just not have anything to talk about and we just leave. Something, but the fact that we can't even talk to him is interesting. Alright, so last I was thinking the church. Just in case. Again, I'm doubting there's going to be anything to say. But I figure while we're here, before we leave again, we might as well see. Yeah, so nothing we can say to Yenbald. And I guess another question would be the quest for Kira, whatever her name was. There was one in Perth. Where was the third person we were looking for? Ladies' Favors. Perth, Scarborough. Oh, dude, we were right there. I'd forgotten about you. Well, that's a bit of a shame. I mean, I could technically head that direction. Where's my exit out of here? Campaign map. I hate how the map isn't... There we go. Isn't necessarily centered when I put it on top of a location. I could head towards Scarborough on my walk north, because ultimately I'm trying to get up here somewhere. Where are my next bounties? I guess that's the question. We've got the Highwaymen. You are way up there. And I think the other one is actually in Perth. The Runaway. No. Here. Okay. So our goal is to get there. Scarborough really is not on the way. Because if I went there, it's 9 hours out of the way. And then we'd have to trek back. But I could camp here to heal up, get some food, etc. Then quickly swing by Scarborough and then head out. It's a bit out of the way, but it's fine. We're now starving. Of course we're starving. We've been starving. And fatigued. Oh no, we were hungry. Now we're starving. That is different. Again, we haven't yet had an opportunity to actually stop somewhere to eat. In ages. The day is hot and humid. And though they don't complain, your followers are beginning to show clear signs of discomfort. You find a spot in the shade of an old oak and to call for a rest, and your people sink onto the damp grass with sighs of relief. You sit in silence for some time and listen to the quiet buzzing of insects. On the other side of the tree, Roskva lets out a mumbled curse as a wasp circles her head. The healer swings ineffectually at the irritating insect, but that just seems to aggravate the creature. Finally, the wasp seems to buzz off. Roskva looks rather pleased with herself for a moment, and then her face contorts into a sharp expression of pain. The healer flies up out of the grass, cursing with great vigor and creativity. Are you well? Where did it get you? Roskva's eyes blaze with terror and pain. It stung my back. Shit, that hurts. As Roskva lifts up her shirt, you see the stinger still stuck in the wound, which is already swelling. It looks pretty bad. Roskva might actually need some treatment for this. Okay, that's a third injury. Yes, we are definitely camping. It's so weird that you can't just stop to eat whenever. particularly when you're sailing. I don't know. Anyway, of healers, we have you to work on someone. Who else do we have healing? At least in moderate quantity. So I have healing. You have healing. You have healing. Then Roskva has healing. I'm pretty sure you two don't. Correct. And you have a little bit. Alright, I will do some healing. Wow, Nefia needs tons of healing. I think that's all the healing we need done. So Kettle, you can unfortunately not do anything. Also, did we gain any skill points for turning in those quests? A little. I think we're going to save up on most people until they can get their level 5 of their primary ability. So 21 points. So yeah, you can't really do anything. I'll have you pointlessly guard. Just so that you aren't missing out on shifts. You can guard as well. There is no one left to heal. Perfect. So you can do some witchcraft. We've still got tons of meat spoiling. Sadly, we aren't really doing any hunting. But that's fine. 14 meat is still going to spoil. And we're all eating meat. No, we were eating rations. Okay, only 3 meat is going to spoil. That's better. You don't need to guard. With Nefia guarding, you could probably do repair on those 2 bits of gear. You could do some tinkering. I did use up a lot of water flasks recently, so having you just make one is probably not the worst call. Yeah. Something like that seems fine. Okay, everyone's healthy. Gained a water skin. Bunch more rations. All good things. And a few bits of wood. And a torch. Where are we at here? Just a day and a half. Cool. Let's head in with our team. As we look for the favor. The lady's favor here. Really wish I'd remember that while we were in Scarborough, but hey, it is what it is. It's not too far away. So if we go to quests... Yeah, we've got one out there. But you... You have the other favor. The fairy ring from Kira's poet in Scarborough. A young man with finely sculpted features sits on the edge of the cliff, staring pensively at the breaking waves. As you come close, you hear him muttering to himself. He's lost so deep in thought that he doesn't notice you at all. And with the soaring gulls above the tide, no. And with the screeching birds a soaring high. Ugh, rubbish. Pardon my interruption, but I must speak with you. You're a poet, I take it. He sounds angry, but not with you. No, at this moment I am not a poet. I'm a useless, driveling imbecile incapable of forming a solitary coherent sentence. He frowns deeply, but he seems to calm down. Sometimes, however, in rare moments of divine inspiration, I am in fact a poet. That's true. Presently, the poet squints. Wait, I recognize you. You're the one who killed all those bandits. Yeah, did you once know a woman named Kyrie? Kyre? I need to know how to pronounce her name. He places a hand on his chest as though defending against a heart attack. Oh, the fair young dowager of Iofwick, blessed with beautiful dreams, but cursed to live in an ugly world. I remember her fondly. I was charmed by her beauty, but I fell in love with her imagination. I wish... No, nothing good comes from dwelling on the past. She's asked me to get a ring back from you. Sadness softens his features. Her fairy ring. It was a dear gift, and I held on to it as long as my conscience demanded. Alas, I sold it last summer to a passing merchant. That's a problem. Kira won't be pleased. I don't believe you. Give me the ring. You sold the gift she bestowed upon you? I ought to kill you where you stand. No. I'm not going to be harsh either. Kira won't be pleased. The poet hangs his head in dismay. I don't envy your role in this. The sweet dowager was always possessed of a delicate mood. She does not take ill news well, I'm afraid. Kill him if you're lying to me, we'll find out soon. No. I'll tell her what you've done, then we'll see. The poet doesn't appear completely pleased by the prospect. I await the Lafidia's judgment. Well, darn. I guess next time we're in Iofwick we can report in. But again, this would have been nicer to have done while we were here before. I guess since I'm here, let's swing by the chieftain's house and see if there's anything else going on. Since we don't often return to these locations. No, again, we can't talk to anyone. Shame. Looks like the game is saying that this is the closest map marker. Ugh. The Drekki is parked here? Really? Huh. So we can set sail from either location. Because I know the Drekki, last we left it, was in Iofwick. Which means if my goal is to get back to Iofwick, because it is closer, maybe sailing there is faster. As silly as that is. Because we know it's 9 hours to walk. Yeah. Because while this is... Iofwick isn't where I'm trying to go, I wouldn't say it's out of the way of where I'm trying to get to Inglewood. So if we set sail... How long will it take to sail here? 14 hours, so it is longer by boat than the 9 hours that it took to hike. So no, we'll just return here. I really should stop taking Ace Leaf and start bringing Adis. Let's go to our inventory and make sure she's got the best gear. So if I take your armor Helmet. I think I've already given you a good talisman. Yeah. Shield. And then we go to you. I give you the good shield. Armor and helmet. Oh, this helmet is best on Adis because it gives a mental resistance. Because it's her husband's helmet, I think. Yeah. I think this one is ever so slightly stronger for defense. Alright, I think that's good. So we've now got Adis having the best stuff. Let's go back in here. And yeah, the reason we're taking Adis is because she's more loyal, and so she has a much better physical and mental resistance than Aceleaf, who doesn't really like us. Someday if we can improve his mood, maybe we'll start bringing him out again. Let's go over here and head out by land. And we could still return to Eofowick. Maybe. Again, it's 9 hours out of the way. Well, 9 hours to get to, partially on the way. So we're here. So we could head down there for 9 hours. Or if we just went straight to Inglewood. Yeah, it's that much extra distance that we're adding on. We'll skip it. We're going to be returning to Eofowick at some point to report on the fairy ring. So there's no reason we need to go there first. So with that in mind, it looks like we're going to first start hitting fatigue about here. Though part of me thinks going camping shortly before Inglewood is better, because then we will have the like newly rested buff. So we'll be marching through the night while people are a bit tired. Hopefully that's not going to burn us, and it didn't. Brilliant. If we'd gotten into a random combat, we would have had to deal with some people being fatigued. So let's get people back on their more normal tasks. Right, you can't preserve because I could have you do some more tinkering rather than hunting. And you guys are guarding. You're going to hunt, of course. I think I had you guarding. Let's get Nefia back onto scouting. And yeah, I needed you to guard just to get the numbers up. And you don't have anything particularly better to be doing. And you're doing witchcraft. You're going to do some witchcraft. You run out. You've got hunting 1. What do you have? Scouting 4. Okay, you will scout so that Roskva can do witchcraft. And I guess you guys are going to do a whole bunch of hunting as well. Because we don't have any meat to preserve. So we're going to have tons of meat after this. There's not even that much food here. I'm going to actually do scouting instead and help out with that effort. Because there's no point in doing that much hunting here. There's also arguably not that much point in doing that much scouting. In the morning, as you and your herd pack up camp, you notice Morcant is moping about while clutching his jaw. Nephew finally takes pity on Morcant and drags him over to you. Morcant won't come out and say it, but he's got a really bad tooth. We should deal with it before it gets worse. Spend 10 string to pull it out, cut it out, or ignore it and it'll go away. We'll pull it out. I think this happened in Nefia earlier. You carefully tie some string together and around the tooth. The other end, you tie to one of the horses. Before Marquand realizes what's happening, Nefia slaps the horse's ass, sending the startled creature darting to the outskirts of camp, popping the tooth out of its socket. Yeah, we've gone through that before, because I thought it was a brutal way of dealing with a bad tooth. Onwards to Inglewood. Oh. I forgot to check what we scouted. Meat hall finished. That's nice. Let's spend another week to finish it up. So this is going to take 50 wood and a week. I guess I don't know. Is this additive? Is this going to give me 10 more prosperity, or is it just +2 prosperity? Let's confirm. We'll work on that. I don't care enough about the scouted stuff. I should have paid attention, but I wasn't. So it can continue to sit there. You make a small stop to rest near a pond. Its still waters look dirty, and most of your herdsmen avoid it. But Thiervy hazards a drink. Suddenly, Nefia bolts out of the brambles and jerks Thiervy away from the pond. You idiot! How much did you drink? What? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you if it's gross water that no one wants to touch? Why are you drinking it? How much? I don't know, a lot. Why? There's a dead deer rotting in the reeds over there. You're going to be sick. Thiervy shrugs it off at first, but once you move out, she begins to look quite unwell. Alright, so she gained some sort of sickness. A moderate infection of the chest. Good job, you. Luckily, we don't usually take them out, so it means someone's gonna have to waste their time healing her, but that's it. And since we're basically out of herbs, having Roscoe spend time healing is probably not the end of the world.
Feel weird in this place. Always had the sense someone's watching us, or something. But when I turn to look, nothing.
Alright, I don't remember which... You're in Pictavia, so it's you, the runaway. Wanted alive by her family. You ran off with a group of traveling bards. Yeah. Hopefully they don't put up a fight. There is some violence options, but these guys, not so much. A group of unsavory individuals are gathered around a pile of trinkets laid out on a small table. It looks like they've been scavenging the remains of the war camp. It's hard not to notice a young girl and a couple of disheveled bards off to the side, heads hung low. The young woman is the first to notice you. Her eyes grow wide with hope. Help! Please help! Alarmed, the scavengers jump to their feet. Shit. Release your prisoners or we'll kill you. How much for the girl or just attack? Release your prisoners or we'll kill you. You're welcome to try. Alright, so a fight starts. They're on our side. Please don't get yourselves killed. Level 2, level 2, level 0. 92 hit points. Hopefully she doesn't die. And of course, they get to go first, which means they could theoretically just kill her before I even get a turn. Well, I'm going to go into some cover. What's your movement? 5 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of get over to here. If I'm back there, I should be out of movement range of anyone. Let's move Adis over. You've got the shield, so I'd rather you be towards the front. They'll probably get in to attack you, but that's fine. Gunnar is currently blocked by everyone. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't put you there. Alright, Kettle. We'll throw you into cover there. And Roskva, you can go there. So Gunnar, you can hide there. I guess he's also targetable at this point. And then Nefia will just have stand back a bit. Except she has better armor than Gunnar, right? 57%, 62, yeah. So having her take some of the hits probably wouldn't be the end of the world either. Something like that seems fine. It's about as good as we're gonna get. Please don't kill the allies. Yeah, so they are attacking them. Yeah, see, this is nonsense. Because there's just no way for me to actually get over there to save them. Okay. Incapacitated, not killed. That is important. Which means after the fight, he should stand back up. Now, they did run away from us, unfortunately. And I don't have any long-distance healing to help her. Particularly with their archers. So I could double move. I'm almost certainly going to have to go with Demoralized for Roskva just to penalize their archers while we try and get in there. So what are your guys' levels? 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. Mostly 6s. You have one level 4. And they start this fight with the people we're supposed to protect surrounded. Fantastic. And none of us can move far enough to actually get involved this turn. Alright, let's... Yeah, let's move you in here. Just to stop you from doing anything, hopefully. Gunnar. What do we do with you? I mean, I could put you in a flank position, but that seems like a terrible plan. But I'm thinking I could put Nefia here to hinder both archers. Then probably put Gunnar there. Like, I'm putting my guys in pretty terrible spots just to hopefully stop them from attacking these two, because she's got 5 hit points left, and I just can't get healers over there fast enough. Now, Kettle, if you were going to shoot people... You've actually got decent shots on a few people. Like 95% here. Actually, 90% on basically everyone, even the ones super far away. You could just take out their level 4 rogue, who has an 11% crit, which isn't nothing. I guess, if we look at you guys, do either of you have healing? No. She can grapple, for whatever that's worth. I would love to get you guys into some hiding spots. Like at least some cover. Some ability to run away, something. I might just do that anyway, just run you guys way the heck out here. Where could you get to? Yeah, I could throw her into full cover here. We're doing that. You get out of danger. You're the one that has to survive. Once I move, then I can throw him there, so that'll be fine. I could do a double shot. Quick shot. Should have considered moving them out of the way first, because now where I've placed my people is less sensible, now that they're no longer in danger. Do I go for the double shot on someone? Because I could, of course, do a ranging shot to increase my accuracy. You're going to do 50 damage, which means if you hit with both shots, you would kill their leader. But they do have others that might also be able to do mental things to ruin our day. Let's do it. So ranging shot here. Then go for a quick shot. 73%. And if we can take out a ranged character, that's great, but also someone who's going to do various shouts. Nope. Well, that's fine, I suppose. %to finish you off. Seems good. There you go. I don't think I marked it non-lethal. Yeah, because I don't care about any of you. I just want to keep her and apparently these two guys alive. Oh, you are being threatened. If you run away, he's going to do 77 to 86 damage. Which, unless he crits... 13%. If he crits, you die, of course. Do you have the ability that says on a attack of opportunity you stun? No. Do I risk it on a 13% crit roll? Or no, you have 13%. They're 8% crit. Problem is, if I could at least pull him back to get some sort of cover after the attack, then maybe, but I think I just want you out of there. And I'm going to risk the attack. Oh, yep. It's a heavy blow. But then we get you also out into cover. And hopefully none of their archers are going to do a ranging shot just so they can hit you. And then Roskva, we're going to demoralize. Yeah? I mean, they do have... They have a bow person who probably can't attack this turn because they're going to be having to get out of here. So they're probably going to withdraw. Same with you. So I doubt any of their archers are actually going to... Let's do Tyr's Favor. I think that'll actually work better since these guys aren't in danger. And yeah, you can stay hiding behind this tent. Yep, tactical move, as expected. You did the demoralize, so you're another leader type. Did you also demoralize? Okay, at least they're not doing a ton of damage to us. Which is partially because of her shout. So, demoralize did hit both of us. That is a shame. However, I could still get into melee range on their archer. Because we do crits from melee. And there's no attack of opportunity against other bow users. Means we wouldn't be in cover, which isn't great. And yeah, they've all moved out of the ranged spot. Yeah, let's move you forward. 90% chance to hit, 100% chance to crit. I like them odds.
Give up while you can still say I yield!
Didn't kill though, sadly. Only a 56% chance to hit. Man, our accuracy is terrible. We've got another mark I'm not used to. Oh, illuminated. Okay. Nope, that's fine. Minus 50 accuracy. Why is Kettle so good with accuracy compared to us? What's my accuracy? 81. What is Kettle's accuracy? 90. Do you have some... You've got Night Owl, which gives you resistance, mental resistance at night. And night vision. Do I not have night vision on myself? Is that the problem? I don't. Well, I know what I need to buy as soon as this fight's over. That's why we have these fights, for Kettle has amazing accuracy compared to me. He has night vision. There you go. You're down. And yeah, we're not in cover, unfortunately. Let's see. Do you have charge? You don't. And none of them have shields for us to worry about. That's great. Let's move you here. I could have you charge this guy. You don't even need to charge him, really. You could attack this guy. It'll also put you in a flanking position there. So then she can then get a flanked attack. Perfect. That's almost a kill. It technically could be a kill, if you're lucky. Go for it. No, minimum roll. Would have been nice. You two are not going to attack. And Roskva... Let's see. They've got just the one archer who's nearly dead. But demoralize. Just because. Some of them might also have bows that they could swap to. I don't know. Better to be safe than sorry. And that's everyone we care about. Let's get you guys. Is there any other better cover? Yeah, there's some full cover back here. Because he was sitting in half cover. And then you can pull back also into farther away full cover. Just to be as safe as possible with them. I don't think I want to move anyone else. I guess I can move you sort of hidden behind me for whatever that's worth. Alright, activating demoralize, that's fine. Second dosage of demoralize. Alright. So we are... I am not demoralized, actually. Good. Yeah. What can you do, Kettle? Demoralized as you are, you can probably finish this guy off. 75%. I'll take it. I could probably use my ranging shot. Or I could use an aim shot just to make sure you go down. Not against that plan. And you can get over here to help with this fight while he charges in. There. Okay, you can just finish him off. That's cool too. And Nefia can just finish this guy off. Alright, they've got one guy left. I like our chances. And that guy has spent the entire fight running away. So is he actually gonna head in and fight? I guess we'll see. He is. 16 damage. Hope it was worth it. We can't get a flank, sadly. Good crit. And you can finish him off. Okay, and yeah, you stood back up. Perfect. So he took an injury, but we don't really care about you. No degradation of equipment. Once the scavengers are dealt with, the young girl approaches you timidly. I owe you my life. Did my family send you? Are you Ethelyn? I'm she. I'm sorry for running away. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble. They've put a bounty for your safe return. I understand. I'll go home willingly. I'll take her. No more escapades, I swear it. You'd better head straight home, or else. Just a bit of a minor threat. Or we could just... I'm glad to hear it. Good luck. I think it's fine to trust them. I'm glad to hear it. Good luck. Thank you. Godspeed to you as well. Let's loot everything. Yeah, I thought we'd have to actually fight her to convince her to go home. But no. She was being held against her will, apparently. And we took out her captors. Which doesn't feel bad. There we go. That's how we get out of here. So next we've got... Oh, didn't let me click it. Wasn't fast enough. But the Highwaymen. Which is going to be up here. But that'll be for next time. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you then. Bye.